Hello, everyone. I am live on YouTube. Welcome to The Last Word. You are viewing with your host, Tanisha. I created The Last Word, simply a space to be heard, basically, is all it is. And today, I don't have anything planned or anything wrote down, and I'm actually just sitting out here on my break in my car. And I wanted to go live. This week, and basically this week is not really a specific topic. I usually do like a specific topic each week, but this week is just, I guess, what I can call an occasional rant. Okay, I just want to get on here and talk and give my opinion about some things, which for some of you who are my viewers and my subscribers, or if you're just seeing this and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Um, but basically, just come on here to rant. As you can see, the title is Keep the Gossip to Yourself. It just doesn't look good on anyone. It doesn't look good on anyone. And of course, I saw a post. What made me want to just come on here and rant about that is because I saw a post um, that said, "You never look good trying to make someone else look bad." And I thought, oh man, I had a lot to say about that because then when I posted it, I wanted to just share the post by itself um without even um putting any additional comment with that post or whatnot, right? But honey, I done went on and wrote a paragraph on my Last Word fan book page on Facebook about people trying to make somebody else look bad. So I had a lot to say about that. So I figured I better just go ahead and have an occasional rant and just give my opinion on trying to make other folks look bad with gossip, basically. I mean, like I said, if you watch me, you already know my opinion about those kind of things. You already know that I, really am, against those kind of things because I mean, truly, when you are a person who accepts yourself and you're really happy with where you are in your life, I mean, and even if you're not happy with where you are in your life, if you feel like, okay, you're not happy where you are, you shouldn't really try to make somebody else look bad because you're not happy, right? Or you shouldn't, going around being a busybody because, you're not, you know, I don't know, because you're just not happy with where you are in your life. If you're not happy with where you are in your life, you should just work on you, not work on turning down somebody else. I mean, that's just basically how it goes. And I have somebody trying to message me on Instagram or whatnot, but yeah. But I'm on here doing my little live right now. I just want to get on here and rant about that because of the fact that you just got people out here who are not satisfied with where they are, and seems like it's crooked, who just not satisfied with where they are. And so instead of working on themselves and focusing on themselves, they end up focusing on other people, becoming busybodies, turn other people down, causing trouble in relationships. And like I said, when I was young, I was raised, by my grandmother. We didn't have an extremely close relationship, okay? And then, of course, I was raised partly as a teenage adolescent girl in my church. And, sometimes you just overhear sayings of the older and wiser elders, right? Elder women, older, wiser women, and they would, talk about being a busybody, talk about gossiping and different things like that. And so, I kind of like lean toward what they used to say, just get out of other people's business, right? Stop gossiping so much. If you spend most of the time that you need to spend on focusing on you, where you are, where you need to be, where you want to go, that takes a lot of energy to even have time to know what is going on with somebody else. Like, I don't even have time to know. Sometimes I don't even know folks' names. I mean, if I see their face, I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Whatever, because, I remember their face or something like that. But to even know their name is just like, That's hard to remember because like I got so much going on with my own self and trying to focus on where I want to be to the point where I don't have time to even remember your name. I mean, and that's not to say that in an arrogant way, but in a way that how can I gossip about you if I cannot even remember your name? So I know for a fact that I'm not being a busybody. That's just like a way to help me stay where I need to be and to stay in my lane, right? Because if I don't know your name, it ain't no way I could say anything about you because I don't even know your name, let alone any of your private business, private matters, what you got going on, any of that, right? So, but yeah, it's just just stay in your lane, and the connections that you make with people should be for a positive reason. It shouldn't be, to continue to gossip or to continue to try to be, in certain places or, just to hear something that somebody got to say about somebody or I need to go here so I can hear what she gonna say or this and that and all that. It's just, it's pointless and it really is unproductive. It doesn't produce anything for you, uh, you know, um, and it doesn't produce anything for the other person. Like, people gonna live their life. Let people be great. Let them lose. I mean, what I'm saying. Like, if they're losing, that's their business. Basically, is all I'm saying by that. If you think they're losing, right? Because them losing may not be, they may not be really losing. It may just appear that way. Because people have different times in their journey where they may be on top or where they may appear to be on bottom because it's just a process. People go through a process in their life. And, I just try my best if I can help it not to judge people, not to gossip about people. Because like I'm grateful for the understanding that I feel like I have, when it comes to understanding people's struggle, you know, and respecting their struggle with not talking about them behind their back or judging them or criticizing them. And I've also learned lessons from that, from for myself, from judging somebody else or saying, "Oh, look at this person," whatever they're going through, because I end up experiencing some of the same things. And I talked about that on another video that I did, so you want to check them out. But yeah, so I just came on here to rant today, just a little rant about um just trying to stay in your lane, just stay in your lane. If you spend 100% of the time really focusing on the goals where you want to be in life, what you want to do, aspirations that you have, things like that, you really wouldn't even have time to know somebody else's name, let alone what they got going on or what it is they doing. This just seems crooked, but I guess I'm having to do it this way so that you can see me in the video or whatnot. But other than that, yeah, so if you enjoy this rant, share it with somebody. I mean, what's the point of that? I mean, a lot of people, they'll know you and they know everything about you. And what I had said in my post on the Last Word fan book page on Facebook is that, okay, if you got that much time to keep up with somebody else and what they got going on, then that person, and of course, I said I might be 16th part celebrity and you might be 16th part fan, right? Because usually that's what occurs. Everybody's talking about the celebrity, but the celebrity is like don't even know you, and they may not even mention you or talk to you, right? Okay, um, so basically that's what occurs. That you put yourself in a position to be somebody else's fan, or that's fan behavior or whatnot, or paparazzi behavior, right? When you run around talking about this person, that person, or whatnot, your groupie or whatever, you put yourself in that position instead of putting yourself in a position to worry about your own, what you got going on, and how you going to succeed and move forward, right? And a lot of times people, instead of connecting with people, um, they keep their distance. If you see somebody, when I see successful people that's doing, something that I aspire to do, instead of criticizing them, gossiping about them, whatnot, and whatever, I usually want to connect with the person. I mean, I just don't understand. Like, if you're a hater of mine or if you're an enemy of mine, by the time if I meet you, by the time we, meet in person, I just don't see you as an enemy. Like I'm gonna want to connect so we can build together. You understand? And that's another thing that I had mentioned in that big old long paragraph that I put on the last word page is that hey, instead of trying to make somebody look bad, you might be better off being a part of their dream team. Okay. And if you want to know what the dream team is, you can look on my Facebook page. I mean, excuse me, my YouTube video, it titled Dream Team, right? Because I talk about that, and just talk about how I want to make connections with people and build. Because of the mindset that I have now, I understand that connections with people are important and relationships are important. And what gossiping does is it tears down those relationships. It comes in between those relationships. You understand, if you cannot have transparency in the friendships that you have, relationships that you have with people, if you cannot be transparent, to be honest with that person, to let that person know, and especially if you love them, if you say you love someone, whether they're your family member or not, to me, I feel like blood, when it comes to blood, your family and your relatives, they should be able to be honest with you, to tell you what they think, their opinion or whatever, without any inhibition, without, no hesitation. You understand? Like if they, because they should come to you out of love and say, hey, this is happening. Like what's really going on, instead of gossiping behind your back. You understand? Gossiping behind your back. See, that's not love. You know what I'm saying? And like if you really want to connect with people and build stronger relationships with your family as adults, when we're adults now, we're grown now. You understand? And people say that all the time. I'm grown. I ain't got time for that. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't got time for the gossip. I ain't got time for this. And that's great. Okay. But we should be putting something positive in the place of the negative we take out. Because if we don't, you still gotta, the door is still open for the enemy come in. You still live in that crack there. You understand? Like if something breaks down and cracks, you have to fill the crack with something that's going to keep it together or it's going to crack again. And this is what I'm so grateful that I'm starting to understand and learn, that yes, while I got the negative people out of my life, or I got the gossip out of my life, and I got those certain negative things in out of my life, that space becomes empty. So if I don't fill it with the good people, positive relationships, good discussions, things that we're talking about, how to build wealth and how to, be more positive, different things like that. If I don't fill it with those things, that empty space where I eradicated the bad is still there. That space has to be filled with the good, or it's still going to be there waiting for the bad to come back. Okay, so like, I mean, really, folks, just like, I'm just so grateful right now, like, for the understanding that I feel like I have. Because, like, am I not making any sense? Look, ain't nobody listening, right? But whenever, if you ever view this later on down the line, right? I know I'm making sense. Okay, I know what I'm saying makes sense. But I will be grateful whenever we get some more minds in, the time in, so that we can have a dialogue, and I know that is coming. Uh, you know, so I'm just gonna continue to do these each week. I get encouragement from myself just doing it each week, and knowing that it's out there for the world to see. Whenever anyone comes across it and enjoys it and decides to share it and step out of the box and use your own mind and share it because you like it, not because you think of what somebody else might think or whatever. And that's another thing. That's a whole other topic, right? I'm gonna have to come and rant about that on another time, right? Because people can be inclined and drawn to you, but for whatever reason, because of their previous relationships or whatnot, and different things like that, they will not connect with you. And I understand, because I was the same way. Like before I had a mindset change to change my mindset, I felt I was the same way. People will stay in their box because that's just where they are. That's where their mindset is, until they can grow, because growing is about your mindset just as much as it is as you grow materialistically or whatnot. You have to also have mental and emotional growth as well, and intellectual growth as well. And a lot of people are not really on that. I mean, some people are okay where they are. They feel like they don't need any more growth, and that's okay too. I mean, people have their own mind and their own life, their own journey, and they are the only ones that have to be accountable to God for what they went through. You understand what I'm saying, or what their journey is, or whatever it is that they pursued in life, or how they grew, or in their journey, or whatnot. But let me get off here. The rant is now over. I've been on here long enough, and but yeah. So just understand you don't have to put other people down to shine. Be you. Accept yourself. Be happy. Do the best you can to embrace yourself, embrace your journey, and embrace the process. Okay, because the process produces progress, right? um, Embrace the process of where you are, and just do it. Just do it. Do whatever it is that you desire to do. Pursue the things you want to pursue, even if you felt like, oh man, I should this long ago. And that's how I felt. I felt like, oh God, I should have been doing this long ago. Um, and I was like, well, you know what? Oh well, I'm just gonna start now where I am and just go and don't stop watching.